This program is brought to you by generous donations from the community and sponsored by Stifel Financial.
Good evening. I'm T. Wade, your host for tonight's edition of Nevada County Now. The Nevada County Board of Supervisors recently approved a resolution between the County of Nevada and California Hearing Officers LLP, which provides hearing officers for mental health certification review hearings. The amount increased from $35,000 to $135,000, and at first glance it would be a cause for alarm. What is actually happening is that the contract termination date is being extended to June 30th, 2026, thus triggering an increase. We did reach out for clarification if this added more people to hear cases. Phoebe Bell got back to us to clarify this expense a bit more. The law changed about a year ago, and now if someone is put on a 5150 hold and is sitting at Sierra Nevada or Tahoe Forest hospitals waiting for a bed somewhere, and if they are there for 7 consecutive days, we need to do what is called a certification hearing. This is where a hearing officer hears the evidence for why the person is on an involuntary hold and certifies that it is appropriate. The contract is increasing both because the cost from California hearing officers increased and because we are using them a bit more. This is in addition to extending the contract for another year. The Behavioral Health Department is working hard to find solutions for our community members. We encourage you to visit the nevadacountyca.gov website to learn about all the programs they offer. The county offers 24/7 crisis services. If you or someone you know has a behavioral health crisis or emergency, call 911 or the local team at 530-265-5811 or 888-801-1437 24 hours a day. Don't go away. We will take a short sponsor break and be right back.
Thank you to Stifel Financial, proudly helping individuals pursue financial goals, businesses and organizations raise and protect capital, and communities offer a higher quality of life. To learn more, visit www.stifel.com.
The city of Grass Valley has appointed former Nevada City Council member and Mayor Dwayne Strasser as its Community Risk Reduction Manager. In this role, Strasser will spearhead initiatives aimed at mitigating wildfire risks and enhancing community safety. Prior to this appointment, Strasser served as a management analyst at the Fire Safe Council of Nevada County, where he focused on protecting residents from wildfire threats. Dwayne comes to the position with extensive experience in public service and wildfire prevention. One of his immediate priorities will be overseeing the city's collaboration with the Fire Safe Council on a $40 million Building Resilient Infrastructure and Communities, or BRIC, grant application. This grant aims to fund various projects, including infrastructure hardening, hazard fuels reduction, hazard tree removal assistance, home hardening retrofits, green waste programs, and public education initiatives. With Strasser's leadership, Grass Valley aims to enhance its wildfire preparedness. The Nevada County Arts Council announced the appointment of Truckee-based writer and educator Karen Terry as the 2025 Nevada County Poet Laureate. Karen Terry owns a business, Tangled Roots Writing, and offers a variety of services and workshops. She has taught at Lake Tahoe Community College and both Sierra Nevada and Sierra College. She has served as a poetry editor for the literary journals Pitkin Review and Decay, and is a recipient of many renowned grants. Her poems have appeared in many publications, and her poetry chapbook, Bite and Blood, is now available from Finishing Line Press and local bookstores. Now you may be asking, what does a poet laureate do? A poet laureate promotes poetry and its importance to society. They may write poems for special occasions, participate in readings, and visit schools. They may also create poetry programs to increase appreciation. Nevada County's literary community will come together to celebrate this transition of poetic leadership at 2 special events. Tuesday, March 4th at 5:30 p.m. at Alibi Truckee. This will feature a conversation and poetry reading by Karen Terry and Poet Laureate Emerita Kirsten Casey, followed by an open mic hosted by Terry. Saturday, March 29th at 6:30 p.m. at the Stonehouse in Nevada City, there will be a Passing of the Laurels ceremony. This will also serve as the culminating event for the Sierra Poetry Festival pub crawl. And since we are on the subject of creative people, don't go away. You won't want to miss our upcoming guests.
When you hear California Wine Trail, the first thing that probably comes to mind is Napa Valley or Sonoma. But what if I told you there's a hidden treasure right in your backyard? A place where award-winning wines meet breathtaking views, an experience you simply can't miss. On this trail, you'll savor wines that have earned their place among the best and discover rare, one-of-a-kind varieties you might never have heard of. Each sip is a story, crafted to surprise and delight. Between each winery, the scenery will take your breath away. Rolling hills, blooming trees, sparkling streams, and wildflowers paint the landscape. The Sierra Foothills American Viticultural Area was established in 1987. It holds a history as rich as its wines. During the California Gold Rush, pioneers planted the region's first grapevines, starting a tradition that thrives to this day. So, if you're ready to discover unforgettable wines, stunning views, and a little piece of California's history, this is the excursion you've been waiting for.
Hi, I'm Erin Tarr, Executive Director of the Bear Yuba Land Trust. We're a local nonprofit that's been around for 33 years. We've protected over 25,000 acres of land, built over 50 miles of trail, and are always looking for new ways to connect the community with nature.
I'm Sean Clark, and I work on our lands and trails at Bear Yuba Land Trust. We'd love to have you become part of the Land Trust family. You can head on over to bylt.org to become a member, make a donation, or sign up for a volunteer work party, and come help us steward the land.
In the heart of California's Sierra Nevada foothills, Nevada County isn't just a place to live, it's a community to thrive in. At the Nevada County Economic Resource Council, we're committed to supporting our local businesses, fostering innovation, and creating opportunities for entrepreneurs to grow. Whether you're starting a new venture or expanding an existing one, the Nevada County ERC provides the resources, guidance, and connections you need to succeed. Your success, our mission. Join us today and be a part of Nevada County's bright future. Visit ncerc.org and let's grow together.
Hi, I'm Karen Lee Sharp, and I want to just say all our lives are very busy, yet hopefully never too busy to be awake and look around on a weekly basis and notice who in the community might need a little extra love. I love the pay it forward idea. So be adventurous with strangers and venture out into the world with positive, fresh eyes to see where you can create spontaneous acts of kindness. Human kindness. Oh, God, it feels so good.
Sometimes love and friendship can blossom in the most unexpected places. Meet Frank and Vita. Both of their spouses passed away while on our service. They met while volunteering on the Hospice of the Foothills Board of Directors. Their journey wasn't easy, but they found comfort and support from the caring staff at Hospice of the Foothills. Today, Frank and Vita support Hospice of the Foothills through shopping and donating at our local thrift stores. By volunteering and being community ambassadors for our mission to provide compassionate end-of-life care for patients, families, and the community. Hospice of the Foothills, your community nonprofit hospice since 1979.
The Johnson brothers, Sean and Patrick, are off-the-charts creatives. They are surrounded by foam and fur on a daily basis. They are both puppeteers and puppet builders who clearly love what they do. Swazzle Puppets is their company, and their puppets are well known on TV, film, and on stage. But instead of me doing the talking, we thought we would hear a bit from them. Sean, Patrick, Santa, and I don't think we've been introduced.
Oh, my name is Kittens. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Kittens. An absolute pleasure.
Merry Christmas!
Thank you.
It's never too early or late to celebrate.
I was going to point out that it's the middle of February, but you're
Exactly.
Christmas all the time. There's no day off for you.
Well, this is the only time I get a little respite.
Yeah, and he decided to spend it here with you.
I'm touched. That is the most I could have asked for. Touched my mic.
I know it's the most you could have asked for. I saw your list.
I'm glad it made it. Grand.
Oh, yes, yes.
So, if you don't mind, Santa, and kittens?
Kittens.
Kittens, plural. Great.
Plural.
Kittens.
I'm just going to talk to Sean and Patrick for a moment, and then we'll bring it on back.
That'll be tricky.
I'll do my best.
We'll see how it goes.
Sure.
Now, you said vamp for 15 minutes, right?
That is what I said. Yeah, I was thinking about because you're Fang. I thought you've been a vamp for 15 minutes. The other one's still coming in.
I thought you were going to... Never mind.
Never mind. Okay. All right.
Let's see what you have to say to us.
I just wanted to know. So clearly you're very good at what you do. What got you into puppeteering? How long have you been doing it? Tell me about how this all started. Kittens, would you like to field this one?
What is puppeteering?
What a wonderful humor you have.
Thank you.
So let me tell you about how it all began.
All right.
Once upon a time, I lived in the woods, and then someone taught me how to make toys.
I think they want to talk to the boring ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can tell me their story if you know it, though.
Well.
No.
Why don't you talk, Mr. Johnson?
Thank you. All right, kittens, I'll talk for a little bit. My name is Sean.
And I'm Patrick.
Yes, we are twins. And we have been building puppets really since we were 13 years old. We're 14.
It's been a very long year.
For me as well.
But we did start when we were in junior high school. And in fact, our art teacher at Bancroft Middle School in San Leandro, California, was very inspirational in us getting started with puppetry, and we just saw her 2 weekends ago, which was super nice.
And has she followed your career and has knew ahead of time, wow, I really opened a can of worms there?
Yes.
Yeah.
As all art teachers do.
which is good.
Yeah.
So fans of Jim
Santa,
Henson.
set up.
Well, my goodness, I've had a very long holiday season. I'm allowed to take naps.
Okay,
I
go on.
need to take
No,
naps.
don't worry. This audience will understand naps. Go on.
Oh, yes.
That we sure will.
You know, with my beard, no one even notices me when I walk around downtown Grass Valley. They think I'm a local.
That's right, and I pretend to be his dog.
Yeah, I think that you're about as local color as anybody could, and famously so, despite your appearance. But is there anywhere we would recognize you from, Kittens? Nope. Just not even like local birthday parties or anything?
Nope.
But you all live around here, correct?
Nope.
Nope?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we are based in Grass Valley. So originally we're from the Bay Area, like everybody here. We lived in LA, worked in LA as professional puppeteers for 20 years. And then 2020, there was a thing, I don't know.
I don't recall.
Christmas.
Christmas happened in 2020.
Christmas happened.
We moved up here. So we are familiar with the area. We have family in the area. And so we packed our puppets and our workshop, and now we are creating puppets in the Sierra foothills.
And are you performing around here, or is it still like ship you down to LA?
Yeah, if we perform, generally we head down to where we've done some work in San Francisco, done some work in LA, but when we are building puppets, we're building puppets for all sorts of people all over the globe.
Yeah, we just shipped a bunch of puppets to Texas. We have a camel that just went out to Virginia. We have Little Shop of Horrors plants that went down to the Central Valley. We're working on a puppet for a client in the Netherlands right now.
Yeah. Though, one of our Little Shop of Horrors plants were rented right here in Grass Valley.
I was wondering, I know Sierra Stages did a Little Shop about a decade ago. That was your work?
No. The one, it was just a few months ago. You saw it, yes?
Oh, yes, of course. That one.
Someone as cultured as you surely saw the...
I was mistaken.
You probably have box seats.
That's exactly right.
No, it played right up on Ridge Road.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Some of our notable credits, which I don't know, maybe your audience will want to hear.
Sure,
about.
if not me, somebody will.
Yeah,
or not.
We're not. We built puppets for a show called Kidding, which was a Showtime series starring Jim Carrey. We built puppets for Little Mermaid Live on ABC.
For Netflix, we did a show called Waffles and Mochi, which was Michelle Obama's production company.
It's a show about food culture.
Appropriately named.
Yeah, exactly. We did puppets for, did you say Crank Yankers?
Nope.
Comedy Central, the new seasons, not the ones that you saw watching you were 2.
No.
And more commercials, and boy, you name it. We stay very busy.
Yeah, I believe
very
busy.
And that's us as builders and as puppeteers for our own company, but also as professional puppeteers. Our credits include things like the 2011 Muppets film with Jason Segel, Muppets Most Wanted, the ABC Muppet series. We are kind of we're in that sort of Muppet renaissance that happened a couple years ago.
We will keep going if we're lucky. If I have my say about anything,
they'll be back.
Yeah.
They'll be back.
Just make a wish, maybe, and I might bring you something for Christmas.
I'll put it on my list for this year.
All right, okay.
Now, when you get an order for or when you're building something, like obviously the Muppets, they're pretty established. Little Shop of Horrors, it's got to be a plan with these parameters. For original characters, do you start building and then find the character, or do you have an idea like, oh, this spirit needs to be embodied? Where's the fur?
So the way, if we're creating a character of our own, there are different ways to create characters. Some people might start from the creation of the character and then create the puppet. But I usually like the puppet to dictate the character.
Sure, yeah.
This Santa Claus character actually is a little different because this character that Patrick does is one he'll kind of do around the workshop as well, a version of it.
Sure. Do you have workshops in common, the two of you toy? They make sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when we build puppets for clients, there's a process that happens. Basically, if we get a request through our website, swazzle.com, people fill out a request to quote form. They tell us what they want and what they need and when they need it. And then based on that, we say, all right, this is what it's going to cost. If we come to an agreement, then boom, the puppet building process begins, starting with the design, where we conceptualize their idea in a 2D form, figure out what colors things ought to be, what shapes ought to be, From there, once the design is locked, we build a mock-up, which is out of raw foam. Once the raw foam is approved, we then take that, cut it apart, pull patterns, and then we build the final puppet based on the design using materials that are approved by the client.
Got you. How often do you get somebody asking for a puppet version of themselves, like Jason
All the
Segel?
time, every day.
More often.
I mean, not like Jason Segel, but every day we get requests
Yeah,
from people.
more
In fact,
often-
just yesterday, someone said, "Can you make me as a puppet? Here's my photo."
Yeah, more often than you think.
Yeah.
Um,
My friends are getting married. I think we should make puppets for them. And
For sure. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
But typically, not to spoil anyone's dreams, but a lot of times we are outside of someone's budget
Sure.
when it comes to that type of thing.
However, we do offer puppet rentals. That's
Yeah.
one way that we do it. We have a bunch of blank puppets at our workshop that we can add eyes and noses and ears and hair and wigs and mustaches and costumes and turn into any sort of
our
character.
rental puppets have been featured on Claws, which is a TNT show, After Party, which is on Apple Plus, and one of our most loyal clients, this is our 5th year with them now, is NTTA, which is the North Texas Transit Authority.
Oh,
and if you're driving around North Texas
only.
Sure. Nothing in the Panhandle.
Nope.
Nothing on the
North
Gulf.
Texas.
You'll
Texas
see-
is so large.
Puppets on billboards that we made.
Yeah, so our puppets are on billboards there. They're in commercials. They have a presence on their internet and social media. And they've been super fun. And the commercials they do, we don't actually puppeteer on them. They've got some great puppeteers out there working on them. And they're great. Like, they're really good. The thing is, when you make a puppet and you sell it to someone or you rent it to someone, unless you're performing it yourself, which we also do. We do perform and build. But when you send the puppet out, you don't know. Is this going to be a professional production? Who knows what it's going to be?
Sure.
We're very pleased with the NTTA quality of work. They're little films, really.
Next question.
Is it more often a collaboration like that, where you have a client who's like, hey, I'm like working on a character, it's going to be like this, you make a mock-up, they go, I'm looking for something a little bit more human, a little less human?
So we do offer design services, and we do charge folks for design work. What you're describing would be the most expensive way to make a puppet, because our time is not terribly inexpensive. So typically when someone comes to us, they have an idea. I want an elephant, right? And then, or they just do a quick sketch. It could be something very simple. Or it could be, a rather complex idea, or we can design it from scratch. We'll do a few design passes, a couple of drafts of a design, and then help them find the puppet that they would like to create. And then sometimes we end up doing the designing and the building. And we can tell you more about that after the commercial.
Sounds pretty good. Stick around. We'll be back with the Swazzle brothers in just a moment.
In the heart of California's Sierra Nevada foothills, Nevada County isn't just a place to live, it's a community to thrive in. At the Nevada County Economic Resource Council, we're committed to supporting our local businesses, fostering innovation, and creating opportunities for entrepreneurs to grow. Whether you're starting a new venture or expanding an existing one, the Nevada County ERC provides the resources, guidance, and connections you need to succeed. Your success, our mission. Join us today and be a part of Nevada County's bright future. Visit ncerc.org and let's grow together.
Hi, I'm Karen Lee Sharp, and I want to just say all our lives are very busy. Yet, hopefully, never too busy to be awake and look around on a weekly basis and notice who in the community might need a little extra love. I love the pay it forward idea. So, be adventurous with strangers and venture out into the world with positive, fresh eyes to see where you can create spontaneous acts of kindness. Human kindness. Oh, God, it feels so good.
Hi.
One of our goals as an agency is to bring that awareness that in our community there's still needs out there for firewood, especially in the senior population, and that as together as a community, we can meet that need.
Each year gets a little harder and a little harder, but just seeing this, I feel like one of the lucky ones.
All right, we are back with the Johnson brothers of Swazzle Puppets. I wanted to ask, now that you're here in Grass Valley, are there opportunities for locals in the community to get involved with puppeteering? If somebody wanted to, say, take a walk in your large foamy shoes?
Yes! So as members of the community, we are involved in the Arts Council. Mm-hmm. And as such, we did do they did a Business of Art Symposium last year. And we conducted a workshop there talking a little bit about a career in the arts, how to have a career in the arts.
And I would say if anyone were actually interested in pursuing a career in puppetry, 3 things I recommend. Number 1, join your local Puppeteers Guild. Number 2, attend a Puppeteers Festival. They have regional and national festivals through the Puppeteers of America, which is an organization. Number 3, build your own show, because no one is ever going to give you a career in puppetry.
That's right, there aren't any.
You have to carve one out for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So if you want to do this for a living and make money, guess what? They're not handing that out. Okay.
And I would say the local guilds for this area would be the San Francisco Bay Area Puppeteers Guild.
Yes, join the San Francisco Bay Area Puppeteers Guild. Connect to the roots that you used to live in when you worked in tech, before you moved up here.
I'm sure people remember the way back to the Bay. And
yes, exactly.
And do something that actually brings joy to people's hearts.
Yeah.
I was young and old, because some people, I think, have this association puppetry is exclusively for old kids, for the elderly.
For the young.
It's for everybody.
I think we're saying for the young here.
It's for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, puppets are for everybody, and you're never too old or too young to start. You're never too old or too young to start.
This is getting a little aggro.
I'm very passionate about this.
We're not talking about toy building.
Oh, my goodness, I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
I had a lot of eggnog this morning, and my goodness, I'm a little loose.
Understandably so. Well, you were going on TV, it's a or YouTube. It's a nervous thing to be prepared for. I totally understand.
Yeah, YouTube is like TV that people watch.
Exactly right.
No, it's what I watch while I'm watching TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look out, Netflix.
It's so humbling to be a part of someone's second screen experience.
Aw, thank you. Wow, are we shooting this vertically?
We should make sure that this is applicable to all social formats.
Yes. We want to make sure we do it for the Vine, right?
It's all for the This has been a series of 6-second clips. I'm sure it'll cut together beautifully.
Yes.
I did want to say one thing before we were talking about puppeteering and sending the puppets out. What we really love, and sometimes we get this opportunity as well, is we will create the puppet and then get to go and perform the puppet. Mm-hmm. One of the fun things that we did recently, and it was actually created here in Grass Valley, we were contacted by an ad firm. Sometimes their puppets are for commercials.
Sure.
And they were doing a puppet for Just Eats, which is basically Uber Eats, but in England. Mm-hmm. And the celebrity was Katy Perry. They wanted a Katy Perry puppet. Yeah. And actually, it's our second time working with her. We did a little bit with The Simpsons and Katy Perry a couple years ago. But that was a situation where we made the puppet, we went down to LA, we performed the puppet, and then we came back here and waited for the next puppet build.
Which I'm sure will be coming in soon.
Just to clarify, I wasn't being aggressive, I was being passionate. There is a difference.
I appreciate the distinction, Santa. As a lifelong fan of yours, I've been trying to hold my passion and the entire time we're talking. Thank you for letting it.
Okay.
I don't want to offend anyone in the audience, but I'm getting strong Alta Sierra from you. Do you have a golf cart here?
Before this breaks down any further, folks, I want to thank you all for watching this edition of Nevada County Now. If you would like to help contribute or write stories, appear on a show, or even become a host, please check out the details on our website at nevadacountymedia.org/ncn. This program is local news and information brought to you by locals. Remember to stay safe, take care of each other, and get out there and explore all of this community and its puppets have to offer.
Bye.
Goodbye. Now we do happy talk,
I
right?
gotta shake my hand.
You know, this is very good.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful to be here.
This is, we do like the SNL intro.
You know, my sleigh's double parked, so is that okay? Do you mind if I...
Yeah, no, totally all right. All right. We'll clean up after you.